way of gone live. How have you been, Renu?
I'm good. Had a nice week.
Had a nice week? That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. My week was less than nice.
Oh no, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just been like low-key stressful.
Oh, like work and stuff, or like?
I don't know, just like everything.
Oh.
Just be like that.
Anya.
Hello, Elvis. How is it going?
Elvis.
Hello, gamer. Alright, gamers, let's get gaming.
You're vibing, Elvis.
Vibin'? Good, good. Vibin' is where it's at.
We all strive to vibe.
We all strive to vibe. I don't know if I've quite been vibing, but I have been existing. The tiring existence of this mortal coil beckons to us all. I don't know. I feel like my week has been busy, but I think I've just been like tired. I think I've just been like sleepy. I've been sleeping a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is how it is. Question mark. Sleeping is nice, I agree.
It is nice.
You turn your brain off and think about nothing. Don't think about the fact that you got a work deadline and the podcast edit.
Oh my god.
That episode is so long.
I know.
I've just like I legit we finished recording and I like looked at it and I was like, there's no way this is going up by Sunday. Last 2 days you spent tired for no reason. Kinda me too, yeah. I felt like pretty garbage last couple days actually.
Oh.
It's unfortunate, but this is how it be. Hey Chi. How's it going? You ready for
Chillin'.
You ready for
And
some
Bob?
circus lawyering?
Ooh.
The only thing more... Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a man who has mastered the wonder of flight.
Oh, he gonna be flying.
Hey, man, thanks for the sub.
Whoa,
Got your
thank
hat on
you.
backwards? Yeah. Oh, popping off, Chi.
Oh my gosh.
The world's greatest magician. The one, the only, David Blaine. I mean, Maximilian Galactica.
Look at that animation.
Dude, he flying. Look at him.
Oh, look at him go.
And then he disappeared.
Hype.
This is indeed Ace Attorney. December 26th, 8:12 p.m. Very big circus. Circus
Very
entrance.
big. Wow, that was like being in a dream. I haven't even caught my breath yet.
Wow. After her mom gets arrested, her life gets way better.
How about that? That was amazing, wasn't it, Pearly?
Just have more money to waste on soup. You know what? It'd be like that. Thanks for wasting your money on me. I appreciate
That's
it.
nice. It was great. There was a dancing bear, and a tiger that jumped through a ring of fire, an elephant that rode a giant ball. Not to mention that guy who flew through the air. Yeah, Max Galactica. He was absolutely fabulous. Max? Max Galactica, the world's greatest magician.
David Blaine, you demon! Have you ever seen that video?
Yeah, it's so
That's a good video.
A magician? No, a magician. Mr. Nick?
Huh? What is it, Pearls?
Does magic have anything to do with channeling spirits?
No, it's actually way less cool. I don't think it has anything to do with channeling. You don't know about magic, do you, Pearls?
I'm sorry.
I braved the winter cold and took Pearls to see the circus. Day 3. We had to eat a bear to survive. I'm pretty sure it was the dancing bear from the circus. I cried myself to sleep. It's been 1 week since you... 6 months since that terrible incident in Karine Village. And it was during that trying time that I met Pearls. I guess this is my child now. I did send her mom to jail. Thankfully, she seems to be recovering from it and is returning to her normal self.
It's time to go. You're right, we can't miss the last train.
Pearls, you remembered the train. You don't have to run everywhere. It's the middle of winter.
I don't have to run with my BBs anymore. Of course I did. But I don't really understand what everyone means by express train. Well, Nick, see you later. I'll come by to help clean the office. It's gotta be spotless for the new year. You dirty hobo.
Don't worry about it, really.
You are going to visit Mr. Nick on New Year's?
So the legal system works. If you prosecute someone's mom, you gotta take care of their child. Yeah, it's the law.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's the absolute law of finders keepers.
I'm glad you'll get to spend your New Year's with your special someone. Pearly, look, it's time to go. Happy New Year, Mr. Nick.
Happy New Year. I really hope it will turn out that way. But knowing my luck, nope, not even a little bit. It's just gonna be a trial after trial for old Mr. Nick here.
Murder.
Just murder after murder. It's just like Detective Conan. December 28th, 9:12 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Man, it was only just a year ago that Edgeworth was prosecuted for murder.
Oh.
Well, today wraps it up for this year. I hope I can finish cleaning this place up in one day. Beep. Hello? This is the Wright & Co. Law
Nick, it's terrible!
Maya. Perfect timing. Things are terrible here, too.
Huh?
The office is a terrible mess, and I have to clean it up.
Look, you're a dirty hobo. What are you talking about?
My dirty office? What are you talking about?
Listen, Nick, you have to turn on the TV.
Is this another Steel Samurai thing? Maya, I don't have time for this. TV? Now let's check in at the scene. Huh? What happened? Thank you. We're here at the Very Big Circus. The Very Big Circus has become the center of a sensational murder. The scene has created quite a stir amongst the throngs of excited onlookers. The Very Big Circus.
That's the circus we went to, right?
They're saying that there was a murder.
Murder. Yeah, they arrested him too.
Arrested who?
Max! They arrested Max Galactica!
Oh god, not again. Not this. Maya! We have to stop defending these people!
But he's innocent!
Maximilian Galactica, a popular magician who can fly through the sky at will.
Look at him! He's so innocent!
Maya said she was a huge fan of Max. Tier 3 sub ballin' out here? It's true, she is a baller.
Oh my god. Alright, Nick, I'll see you in 2 hours at the detention center. We're doing this.
Huh? What? Maya, did you take another case from me? Is this like the dog?
This is how you pay your rent. See you there. You've still got plenty of time to clean up your office later.
What? Oh. Let's examine
The
the
office
plant
looks
over
fine.
here. Charlie, a quite decorative plant.
Charlie!
I wouldn't mind his help cleaning this place up.
Charlie ain't doing nothing.
Nope, he's a plant. December 28th, 11:19 a.m. Detention Center, visitors room.
What are they talking about? Why did they arrest Max?
You're asking the wrong man on that one, Maya. I learned about this like 10 minutes ago. Maybe he uses magical skills to deal death with a sleight of hand. It says he can fly here. That seems pretty useful for murder, if you ask me.
One of my coworkers named one of our work plants Shania Twain. I love
That's
that.
a lot.
Maximilian Galactica would never do such a thing.
Fabulous! What the young lady just said was absolutely fabulous! What a clever girl. Such a fabulous understanding of events. Oh, what's with all this fabulous talk?
I'm fabulous.
Welcome to the visitors room.
It's Max! Nick, look! It's the real Maximilian Galactica!
All right, sweetie. Pick a card. Any card.
Hey, help me, sweetie! Nick!
Reminds you of Hisoka. He's not around children, so it's fine.
Yeah. Time's running out. What's the Hisoka thing again? It's just like what's that like really
Which one?
famous like Hisoka line? It's just like the "ii desu ni" or something. "Ii desu."
All I remember is him swing.
Yeah. Time's running out, sweetie. Pick a card, any card.
This one.
Uh-huh. I thought you would pick that one, sweetie. The Ace of Hearts.
Ah, he got it! He got it, Nick! Look, he got it!
What can I say, sweetie? You've stolen one of my most valued possessions. One of Maximilian Galactica's hearts.
What a charmer.
What a charmer, right?
Max!
Well, time to make this an absolutely fabulous time.
Max, you should let Nick pick a card.
I don't want to steal one of his hearts. Oh wait, here comes the guard. He's tackling him. Oh, he's taking the cards.
Oh!
Oh, I didn't even know you were allowed to have cards. I guess not. And you are? Oh, how silly of me. You must be Sweetie's driver. Her driver? I'll have you know,
You're
sir.
a driver.
I'll have you know, sir. I don't even have my driver's license. Whatever. Hurry up and pick a card. Any card.
She hops on the back of his bike.
I want this one. So, sweetie, let's be honest here. You came to this visitor's room to visit me, didn't you?
Yes, I'm your biggest fan.
Fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. Hey, what about my card? I took the
Wait,
card.
I picked it.
I had to go through a lot of trouble. They don't let you pass things really easily, you know, in case they give you like a knife and a cake or something. Think of it as a souvenir.
Whoa! Wow.
Oh, no.
Speaking of children, I think we lost Pearl. You know.
She went home.
Yeah, she ran
There's a whole
home.
village.
Well, Nick, I think it's time to get to work. What's the matter, Nick? Why are you looking at the ceiling?
I was just thinking about what I should have for lunch. Sweetie, drop porcupine head over here. Shower me with your attention, okay?
Oh, yeah!
Absolutely fabulous! Absolutely cringe-inducing.
Max, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Fabulous! I think we should get to know each other better, too. Why don't you come sit next to me? In...
Oh, I've been back here like twice
In
already.
Holden.
There's a big piece of security glass between us.
Oh, sweet Jeebus, what in the world? If only I could use magic, then I could make this world disappear. What is this guy talking about? Anyways, lately you've become awfully famous, haven't you, Max? If I stream in 2 days, you'll give me the Prime. You know what? Bet. I'll be there.
Bet.
Is it legal in Japan for a defense attorney to say their client should go to prison? I mean, yeah. Probably.
Maybe.
That's Maximilian to you, porcupine head. Get it straight. Jeez, people nowadays. They get their panties all up in a bunch over nothing. Anyway, Maximilian, you won a very prestigious award recently, did you not? I did indeed. It was fabulous.
Fabulous.
Whoa! We're pogging.
That's a power move.
We're pogging. That was an absolute power move.
That was a big pog.
I won the Magician's Grand Prix held by the Association of International Magicians. Here's a picture. It says, "Take us seriously." And I said, "Way, hey, hey, what a wonderful day." It's an award that recognizes that I am the most fabuloso of fabulous world
Fabuloso.
magicians. There was a trophy and a bust. It was it was an amazing day.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
Isn't it? I'm certifiably the greatest magician in the world. It says so on my business card. I'm going to guess he didn't win a trophy for most modest magician.
Oh.
You are signed to an exclusive contract with the Very Big Circus, correct?
That's the long and short of it. You sure do your research, sweetie. I'm impressed. You just can't watch a magician on TV, you know? Magic is so fabulous. You have to see it with your own eyes, sweetie.
You're right. You're so right.
However, the circus, it's a dinosaur, a thing of the past. Nowadays, no one even cares about what goes on there.
Huh? What do you mean?
That's why I signed the contract. That's why you signed the contract? Thanks to me, the Very Big Circus is fabulously popular. People come out in droves to catch a glimpse of the magic of Max Galactica. I revived the dinosaur that is the circus. But to me, it was just another magic trick. Isn't it wonderful, sweetie?
Yes.
It was just another Tuesday.
For Max Galactica, it was but another Tuesday. Well, I suppose you'll just have to wait a month on that one, Elvis.
Man, so many people want to give you monies, man.
You know what? I appreciate it. I made all the old, crusty circus performances obsolete. Dancing bears, who gives a shit?
Whoa.
But I kind of like the circus performances.
I think the dancing bear is really cool.
Yeah, I like dancing bears.
Mine looks a bit down. So, tell me what happened at the Very Big Circus. Last night, the, ringmaster was murdered.
Oh,
The ringmaster. You mean Russell Berry?
Someone smashed him over the head, I hear. He was slumped over on the ground. Even though it was the middle of the night, the police presence was fabulous. The police questioned me at length. Questioned you about what? Well, about everything. I was the last one to see the ringmaster before he was murdered. No connection, of course.
well,
I saw him last evening, in his room. Alone.
So then why were you arrested?
Arrested. Don't make an anthill into a mountain, sweetie. They just wanted to consult with me on matters. That's all.
Nick. I don't think Max understands how serious this is.
Oh, she's right. I think I should shock him back to reality. Oh my god, we're pogging.
big pogs. You take my money.
I don't think Scott's even here right now.
Scott will find out next time on Twitch.
Before the murder, you met with the ringmaster. Oh my god,
there's
Scott's
Scott!
here. Whole gang's here. Uh-huh. Oh, we're
Making
hydrating.
you
Hang
eat
on.
your words.
I need some water.
We gotta hydrate.
I am, in fact, drinking my words.
Another hydrate. Oh my god.
Well, I hope you're ready, Renu, because we're hydrating.
Mm-hmm. I come to the stream with a full water bottle now.
Good. Just as it should be. What would you talk about? Things that aren't for your ears. Maya, would you please ask him? I don't think he wants to talk to me very much, but I'm the lawyer here.
That's because you're just a minion. What did you talk about with the ringmaster, Max?
Phoenix does have big, like, henchman energy. Oh, it was nothing. Small talk, really. We're just having a chat about my salary. And then I got really upset because he wouldn't give me a raise, so I hit him over the head with a statue.
Oh.
Salary?
I am the one bringing in the crowds. I think that I should be compensated as such. You agree, don't you?
Yes? What's
That's
salary?
all you talked about? There's no, I don't know, stabbing, murdering, hitting people over the head? Of course, it was a fabulous chat. Oh! Bah, bah, bah.
Still got that channeling Magatama stuff.
Oh, just fabulous. I mean, fuck. Now he's got me saying it.
Fabulous.
What's the matter, Nick? You look all bent out of shape.
You got 2 items.
Right? What is that badge? Is it used in a disappearing act?
What?
I'm not a magician, Max. I'm an attorney. I do the lawyering, I think. An attorney? Then why are you wasting your time talking to me? Get out of here, shoo fly.
He isn't wasting his time. Max, you're...
Okay, relax, sweetie. You're just a little over anxious, I think. Anyways, I've been curious about something for a while now.
What's that?
Why do you keep looking at me with such a sad look on your face, sweetie?
Because you've been arrested for murder.
Oh, don't be ignorant. They wouldn't arrest someone like me. And why is that? Obviously because I'm the fabulous Maximilian Galactica. So... I'm the very big star of the very big circus. And that means... You'd be hyped if your homie got arrested for murder. I mean, that is kind of hype.
I don't know if that's the right kind of hype.
I'm rich. I'm paid fabulous sums. Which means... What?
Max?
Quit joking around. You've got to be pulling my magic wand. That's kind of lewd, homie. Police aren't really serious about all this, are they? They don't arrest people as a joke. I mean, maybe sometimes they do. Police kind of suck. You hear about Damon Gant?
Look at Max. He's crushed.
He needed to wake up and smell the coffee. It's a serious business. Is Max gaslighting Maya about the fact that he's been arrested? Yeah, maybe.
He's just in denial. Like, you know.
Yes. Poor kid. I mean, sir. You're a lawyer, right? Yeah. I'm an attorney. I said that. I showed you the badge and everything. Please help me. I didn't kill nobody.
You didn't kill nobody?
I may be more spoiled than a hog in a hamburger mud pit, but a killer? That's insane. I could never.
Max?
I've been detained. I swear. I just wanted to pay off my daddy's debt. He's back on the farm. He borrowed many pigs from many scary-looking men. One of them was in this white suit with this red shirt, and he was holding a chicken, and he's like, "This is Nugget, and I owe him a lot of money." Okay, I'll take your case. Really? Really? Thank you much. Y'all sure are nice folks. Madame Zeroni needed him to carry her up the hill, and he was like, no.
Max?
Yeah?
What's your real name?
It's Billy Bob Johns. What's the matter, Maya?
He's really just a country bumpkin! Just like that Lotta Heart from the Heartland! Oh my god!
I must apologize for not being my absolutely fabulous self just now, sweetie.
Huh?
Mr. Attorney? Yes? Maya, a few minutes ago you took one of my cards, didn't you? Now that he mentions it, I did take a card. I'm still holding it, like a rube. It was the 10 of hearts, right? What? Howdy? He got it right again. What can I say? You too. You've stolen some of my most valued possessions.
All 10 of his hearts.
All 10. 10 of Maximilian Galacticus hearts. You sure do have a lot of hearts, don't you, bud? He's on the wrong side of the class war. Yeah. Come on, Maya. It's all about class solidarity. I'm putting my faith in you, sweetie. He didn't just call me sweetie, did he?
All right, let's make this an absolutely fabulous case. Come on, Nick.
Maya, I don't want to be one of Charlie's angels.
Come on, sweetie.
Up to the circus! You've stolen all ace of my attorneys. December 28th, very big circus entrance. I like this like big cardboard like sign of Maximilian Galactica.
Yes, it's very good.
It makes him look like he's like the star of a yaoi manga.
You're right.
We're here again.
Yep, but this time we are here for work, as is usually the case. It hasn't been that long since the crime, so the police are still on the scene.
Let's find someone who might know something about what happened.
Is Ace Attorney not a yaoi manga? You know what? I guess you're right. Fair enough. Sounds like a plan.
Look, it's Max.
Even when you don't want to see him, poof, he's right in front of you. Sure, the sign says Berry Big Circus, but looking around, might as well be Cirque du Galactica.
The stars on his cheek sure are dreamy. How about I draw a star on your cheek, Nick? I've got a marker.
Nope. That's all right.
But it would look fabulous.
I am okay.
Nick! The very big top is so very big. Enormous.
Yup. One look at that huge tent looming over you and you realize, ooh, this is a circus. Where's the great clown Pagliacci? I got some grievances to air.
I know. It really gets your blood pumping, doesn't it?
But Judge, I am the great clown Phoenix Wright. It's a snack stand. They have hot dogs, hamburgers, and drinks. Not to mention...
Candy and popcorn. They've even got snow cones.
We need snow cones in the middle of winter.
Nick, do you think we could buy some snow cones?
Look around. There's tons of snow piled up all around here. Eat some of that.
Yay! Oh, wait a second. There's no syrup, though. I want syrup.
Hopefully she doesn't notice that discolored snow in the corner. That's not syrup. Max is here, and Max is in jail. Who's flying the plane? Obviously, Maximilian Galactica, greatest magician to ever live.
Nick, the entrance is right here.
Maya, the circus is closed today. No clowns, no elephants, no shows.
I know that.
The only clowns are us.
Oh. Nick, you can get your picture taken with Dolly the elephant.
There is no Dolly. Not today.
I know it too. Oh well. I'll just have to take a picture with whoever I stumble across.
Ugh. It's not like we're here on business or anything. This is the box office where they sell all the tickets for the circus.
They also sell programs. I forgot to buy one when we came to the circus last time.
So then why don't you buy one now?
It sounds like a plan.
Whoever has decided to loiter.
Oh no! Looks like I forgot my wallet. Minion, money.
If you want me to buy it for you, just ask me already. With your mouth.
You know I'd never do that to you, Nick. This door must lead to the lodging house.
No entry to unauthorized personnel.
Do you really need to say no entry if no one's actually entering? It's almost like a Zen riddle, isn't it, Nick?
If someone trespasses, is it really trespassing? I'm not even going to justify that question with a response.
I bet all of the stars stay at that lodging house.
Alright, let's get a move on. Oh, there's so many places to go.
Hoo-woo.
December 28th, lodging house, plaza. This seems to be a dorm where all the performers in the circus stay.
Really? So we might run into that stoogey clown here, right? He's so kooky.
Oh, it's you too.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe!
How is it you guys always seem to know when I'm working a crime scene, pal?
Because you're always working, Detective.
Well, I'd rather not be always working. But with crime, you don't make your own hours. If I have to be at the circus anyway, I want to see the lion tamer and the tightrope. However, no matter where I go, the show is always the same.
It's always murder. The show is always about the human condition.
Dead body, stage left.
Nick, he complained!
That's a rarity. Let's get back to business now, okay? The laws are only as strong as you are. God, that makes this like a shonen anime. It's like, take my lawyer power. Do you know who will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow? Please don't say it's Francisco Von Karma. Please, I'm begging you. Please say it's not Francisco Von Karma. I can't eat that many more whips. My body can't take it.
Of course. It will be Miss Von Karma, your favorite.
Fuck. Ah, she isn't gonna hit me with her whip again, is she? I'm so sore from last time.
What do you have to worry about? You only have to see her in court.
Oof.
When she shows up at the precinct, the sound of that whip never ends, pal.
Poor
Detective Gumshoe? I'm sure Miss Von Karma is really interesting and all, but there's someone else I'd rather talk about.
Like who?
Like Mr. Edgeworth, of course! You know, Nick's true rival, Miles Edgeworth. What in the world happened after I went back home?
Mr. Edgeworth? You haven't heard what happened to him?
Nick won't tell me. He gets all like loopy and like brooding.
Well, to be honest, I'm not at liberty to tell you either. Let's just say he's not around anymore.
He's not around? Nick, what does he mean Mr. Edgeworth isn't around? Was he fired?
Exactly what he said. He's not around. Looks wistfully into the distance. Edgeworth has the most punchable smiles. Edgeworth definitely has the smugness to him. Edgeworth is gone. Don't say his name again, okay?
Nick? What?
He broke up with me over text message, Maya.
Oh!
It wasn't pretty.
I knew it!
The ringmaster of the circus was murdered, wasn't he?
Yep, last night around 10 p.m. He died outside in the cold. Pretty sad way to go out, if you ask me, pal.
Jesus.
Yeah, right?
It was rather cold.
This is the scene of the crime, pal. The body was found right over there. Buried about where you're standing right now. Surprised you, didn't I? Want to see my gun?
I'm not laughing.
Excuse me, but do you mind telling me what happened to the victim?
He was killed by a blow to the noggin, pal.
Neat.
It's pretty clear cut as far as murders go. He was discovered quickly. But there's just one thing that doesn't quite fit.
Ha! There always seems to be something that doesn't quite fit.
What was this one thing that just didn't quite fit? The thing you mentioned earlier?
Footprints, pal. Footprints.
Footprints?
Look at the picture of the crime scene.
Look at this photograph. Every time I see it makes me laugh. What's this? This wooden box under the body?
No clue, pal. Some forensics experts took it back and are examining it now.
And what is so mysterious about the footprints?
Whoa, calm down now. Take a good look at the footprints in this picture.
The victim's footprints are on the scene.
That's right, pal. The problem is...
The killer's footprints aren't there.
Bingo. Where did the killer come from? And where did the killer run off to?
Where did the killer come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He tripped and shattered every rib on his chest on that box. Yeah, obviously. The box is the murder weapon.
Obviously, there's no way the killer committed this crime while flying.
Ha! Unless a flying culprit. Ah, fuck my life. And that's when something just clicked in my head.
Woo!
There's no way. Flying is impossible.
Save it, Blaine, you demon. That's right. Flying is impossible. Absolutely impossible. Oh God, I'm in it. I'm in for it.
What's with the hollow laugh, pal?
I meant nothing by it, pal. Better stated, it means I don't want to talk about it. Maybe I can get some info about Max out of him. If it's popsicle, it's possible.
You know I can't tell you. Oh. Stingy, when you put so bluntly, kinda hurts my feelings, pal. Come on, you flashed that badge at me so many times it doesn't work for me anymore. Why don't you try wearing a different badge every now and then?
Well, I do have a steel samurai badge with me. How about that one?
I only wear it if Detective Gumshoe carries a steel samurai police badge.
Then it's a deal. I hear that Detective Gumshoe has that very badge.
Yeah, do you want to trade badges like it's a card game?
What? Don't look at me like that. You're making me nervous.
Well, why don't we examine the crimes a little? This is the only place that the snow has been trounced upon.
The murderer was sloppy, leaving all these prints all over.
No. We're the ones who left the prints. An investigation can be a messy thing sometimes.
What?
I also slipped and fell in that spot over there. The other detectives all got a good laugh when the prosecutor whipped me. Thank God there was all the snow around to bring down the swelling.
I lied down in the snow for like an hour. It's
my
painful.
God.
It's great to know that the police aren't worried about preserving the evidence. Yeah, us, the cops, have fucked this up to make this a puzzle.
This year I finally won an air conditioner. Oh my God.
Oh my.
What? You didn't have an air conditioner? Did you ride with your Triceratops to work too?
What do you mean you won an air conditioner? You didn't buy it?
I can't afford one of those things. But I got lucky and won it as a door prize at the annual police Christmas party. They gave away air conditioners.
Poor Gumshoe.
They really pay you peanuts, don't they?
Peanuts? I don't even get paid enough for peanut butter, let alone peanuts. Oh my
Wow.
God. The safety lights around the circus are kept on all night long.
I won it by fist fighting.
So they should have been on at the time of the murder.
So he's saying the murder took place in the light.
How strange.
How strange indeed.
Huh, there's some evidence under the tarp over there.
Hey, watch it, pal. The killer's behind that tarp. Ah! I gotcha. I was just kidding. Ah!
To the big top!
Woo!
December 28th, very big circus, big top. Huh, the circus stage sure doesn't look this small from out in the audience.
Wow, this is where they all perform, isn't it? Nick, do some somersaults!
I'm not doing any somersaults.
Why not? You look like you'd be great at it.
Why do I look like I'd be great at somersaults? Grr.
Oh.
Huh? Nick?
Wasn't me. Girl.
Oh.
Tiger!
He's coming this way! Ah!
Oh my, and you died. It was nice knowing you.
Maya, tell me I loved her!
Nick, you're too young to die! Nick!
Stay, heal. Oh, okay. I'm still here. I'm not dead. I got all my arms, legs. Okay, I'm good. Insert Dark Souls death scene. You died.
Nick, are you okay?
Yo, it's just emotional scars. Don't worry about it. Scared you, didn't I? Oh my.
Regent is such a cute tiger, isn't he? What's the matter? You two sure are quiet. Don't what's the matter me? Nick, he almost died there. Huh, he wasn't anywhere close to getting hurt, let alone dying. This little tiger hardly ever bites people.
He only bites people all the time.
And besides, people normally never get to play with a wild tiger, right? So if you think about it, you're actually really lucky.
Huh?
You agree, don't you?
I guess. I don't know, man. I peed my pants.
What do you mean you guess? Why are you agreeing with her?
I'm not gonna argue with the lady with the tiger.
Your costume. It's cute. I want to try it on. Costume? You mean my clothes? You don't mind letting me try it on, right? I guess not. Really? You're the best.
Wow, the tables turned quickly on that one. So much for the tiger thing.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Regina Berry, the renowned animal tamer of the Berry Big Circus. My name's Maya Fey. I'm a spirit medium.
Phoenix Wright, an attorney at law. When you put us up next to an animal tamer, I bet we really look odd.
Nice to meet ya.
Likewise. You got a bathroom anywhere?
Hey, Regina, what do you know about what happened last night? You mean the murder?
Uh-huh.
My dad was murdered.
Oh, I see. Wait, what did she just say?
So, the ringmaster was your... Yep, the ringmaster was my dad.
Classic tragic anime backstory. That's true. It's very true. Now she's gonna go to boarding school and be like, no one knows of my tragic backstory.
I'm, so sorry about what happened to him. Why do you say you're sorry? Anyways, everyone was here practicing last night.
It's whatever. My dad sucked. Balls. Now I am raised by tigers. Even your dad?
Yes, everyone was here. We finished up around 10 p.m. After that, everyone went off on their own. I was the only one who stayed around here. Why did you do that? I was playing with Regent.
Regent. So she was with that beast.
He was the one who raised me.
My father was never around. He was too concerned with the circus.
That's
As a
when the
result-
police showed up.
I was raised by the tiger. Regent is my real dad.
When they took me to check things out, Dad was dead.
For someone whose father was just murdered, he seems awfully perky. As I said, the tiger is my real dad. I wish you would tell us more about her dad.
That's incredible that you are an animal tamer. If you say so. It has to be really scary. Scary? Why? Huh? Regent isn't scary, he's cute. Ever since Leon died, Regent has been my best friend.
Leon?
Yes, Leon the lion.
Points for creativity, I guess. Leon, my real dad. Leon the lion, Regent, and Regina. Oh, interesting name choices.
Leon, he died? Yes, actually, he was killed. My dad killed him.
So I
That's
don't really
why
give
I'm
a
not
shit.
sorry.
What?
Why did he do that? I'm not sure why he did it.
It's tough not to get charmed when she looks at you with those innocent eyes, I guess. This is a stone cold killer, man. Oh my god, look at this man. This is the Monopoly man.
It's Max. Hey, where is Max now anyways?
You don't know? Yeah, crazy how he did
Nope.
the same. He's been arrested. He was charged with the murder of your father.
It's okay. Nick and I will help him. Max isn't the guy, is he? I mean, the criminal?
Well, of course he's not, I think.
I'm worried about so many things right now.
Like 2 things.
Like what? After practice was over, Dad went right back to his room.
She really just does not care. I guess not.
His room? Yes. That door right over there leads to the ringmaster's room. I don't know why, but he went off to his room in a hurry. I wonder what happened.
Oh, the ringmaster's room. It's probably a good idea to check it out for myself.
Regina, what's the matter? What's on your mind? I'll tell you, Maya, but just you.
Ah,
Well. What? Really? And then. Oh my! That's incredible, Regina!
this is lawyerism.
Come on, Nick, there's no reason to pout.
Everybody in this case hates me. Don't worry about me.
Regina told me that someone professed their love to her.
Profess their love? How old is this child? 16.
16.
Not only that, it was Maximilian Galactica.
Wait, how old is he?
How old is this man? 21. Oh, going to jail. Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. You're going to jail. I can't defend you. Guess that.
Feel bad.
I wonder how many people have stolen one of his hearts anyway. Max, you fucked up big time. That's a fucking minor, bud.
And then, on the exact same day, another person professed their love for her as well.
What?
Okay,
Who
how
was
old
it?
Was
Someone named Trillo. Apparently he's the tenor who sings in the circus.
Huh. I haven't
the
met him
lion?
yet. The lion. Yeah.
Regina seems to be quite the hit with the men in the circus.
Seems like there's only one lady.
Why? She doesn't have any empathy.
Yeah, right? She must have some sort of strange power over them. Maybe she's animal taming them. Ooh.
No.
You're not kidding. 2 people in one day. You and I want to profess my love for her.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Me too. She's so cute. No,
Oh,
Phoenix.
wow.
Gross. Ew.
Ew.
Look, that's where Max comes out during the show.
I gotta admit, that was a pretty cool effect.
We're planning for me to start coming out of a lion during the show.
Wouldn't it be real fucked up if a tiger came out of a lion's mouth? That's great, Regina.
Yeah, I will ride on Regent's back and jump out of the lion's mouth.
I want to try it too. I'll ride on Nick's back and jump out of the lion's mouth.
Ride, minion, ride! Sometimes I wonder about this girl. No clues here.
Wow, those lights are huge.
I love lights.
Everyone else is dead or in jail. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Whenever I appear under the spotlight, everyone claps for me.
That's because everyone knows that you're cute.
No, I'm not cute. You're cute.
Me?
Maya's Gay Awakening Part 2.
All right. Of course, I'm sure you'd make an incredible heroine.
Really? You think so? Nick, did you hear that? Me! A heroine! What about Nick, Regina?
Nick.
He's no hero, is he?
Ouch. Thanks a lot. Man. The L word.
Ah, a ladder.
That's just a stepladder.
What's the difference? They do the same thing, right? I think you should stick with the basic facts of the matter.
Oh, okay. Not even worth arguing with her on this one.
Hey, it's a rope.
Probably for tightrope walking.
Now hydrate.
Oh, we're hydrating.
There weren't any tightrope walkers in the show when we saw it. I think they're kind of far away, don't you think?
They are, but it also means that lots of people can fit in the big top.
He's right. We can fit 500 people into a show.
Jesus.
That's a lot.
500? That's amazing!
Flying around above that many people is a real rush. At least that's what Max said.
To the ringmaster's room. Hi, Paul.
Paru.
December 28th. Big top ringmaster's room.
This was the ringmaster's room?
Yeah, this room belonged to the victim. Before he went to jail, yeah. Which means that this must be where Max met the ringmaster last night.
Now that you mention it, that is what he said.
I wonder what... Huh, that's an interesting poster.
Ah, it's a poster of Max! I want it! I want it!
Nick, I want it.
Maya, that belongs to a dead person! I want to get out of here.
Nick, look at all these cute trophies!
Indeed. Just look at all the awards the circus has won.
Like... All County Quiz Champions, Ringmasters Association Mini Golf Master, Beer Belly Balloon Bounce Champ, Pet Grooming Grand Prix. Wow, the Ringmaster was multi-talented in ways I could have never imagined. There's a lot of posters here, don't you think?
There are indeed.
So many posters that they aren't likely to miss one, are they?
Maya, we're supposed to be the honest ones around here, even though we slip evidence in our pockets all the time.
Uh-huh.
But you didn't even notice that I took one!
Ah! She already swiped one! You're incorrigible, you know that? Max G promo poster. One of them is crooked, yeah.
You may not know this, but they call this a tailcoat.
And they call this the face of someone who already knew that.
What?
A scrap of white paper sticking out of the coat pocket.
Huh? Where? Where?
Calm down, Maya. Jesus. You can't just go rummaging through people's coats.
Aw, you always make me feel like I'm doing something wrong.
You are always doing something wrong.
Wait!
It's super illegal, Maya. Oh, look at all the stars on this poster. This must have been the poster they used to promote their public appearances.
Posters are the way to go, aren't they?
What do you mean?
We should make posters to promote our law firm.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Spine-tingling legal action, mind-numbing legalese. You will say, wow. Or perhaps, Hold it! Don't miss out on a stunning life or death courtroom thrill ride.
With those taglines, our law firm would sink faster than the Titanic.
All right. How about your ideas, Phoenix?
Right?
This is
I don't see you
strange.
making any money.
Everything else looks nice, but this desk looks old and cheap.
There's a really big photo on the desk. It's a picture of Regina and her father, the ringmaster.
He really loved her, didn't he? Regina was lucky to have such a wonderful father.
Man, he really looks like the Pringles man.
This is where the ringmaster applied his makeup.
It's quite a collection of the most understated colors. Shocking pink, for example.
Nice.
This one says it is 100% all-natural organic mascara.
And
Nice.
this one says, sensitive enough for a baby, strong enough for a mime.
Great.
The ringmaster must have been really concerned about skincare. Very metrosexual. All of these frames look the same.
They almost look like thank you cards. Looks like every year the ringmaster made donations to charity. To the Robot Clown Research Center? Death to all human clowns? Oh, Jesus! What the? Maya! This guy was on some shit!
You're kidding, right?
What? They may be a perfectly reputable charity in the field of advanced tomfoolery. Or they might be a weird organization cult. I don't know, man.
We don't know.
Never trust these fucking things. The table for guests. There's some paper scattered on top.
Oh,
Money
look at
laundering
this.
scheme. You're probably right, actually.
Max's salary is written on this piece of paper. Yikes!
What is it?
I didn't know that a magician. This salary is incredible.
This is like 8 times Gumshoe's salary.
I know, right?
She looks like she's about ready to pass out from shock. How much is it? How much is it? Oh my god, that much? Oh my god, I would never have to do another
wanted
case
more.
again.
We wanted more.
This is more than I make in a year. You can say that again. This must be the paper they used to negotiate Max's salary. Jesus fucking Christ, really? This many zeros?
$2.
Ringmaster signed and dated it. $2 whole.
What's the matter, Nick?
Max definitely got a raise. Huh, but this document is dated a week ago. Ringmaster's paper added to the court record. Maybe we can break some psyche locks.
Yeah, because you say they were discussing his salary, but this is from a week ago.
Bop, bop, bop. Ask the tiger, right? Meeting with Russell. Last time you met with the ringmaster, correct? To negotiate your salary and such. Exactly. We reached an agreement about the salary for my 6-month-old contract. And that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? You just went to his office to negotiate your new salary. I hate lies, and I hate liars even more. What are you insinuating? What is a magician but a miserable pile of lies?
Whoa. Bam.
Bam! That's... It was on the table in the ringmaster's room. And you weren't lying when you said you received quite a raise. Is there a problem with being well compensated? I imagine you wouldn't know what that's like.
Oh, God.
Not with the compensation, just with the Hey, wait! This is dated a week ago. Max, you finished your contract negotiations a week ago. Fabulous! Wouldn't forensic evidence make this word easier? Alright, I'll tell you the truth. That night, the ringmaster called me to his room. He called you? Why did he do that? Sorry, sweetie, that's private. The ringmaster called him. I wonder if there was some sort of problem. Max, perhaps you could share with me what you two spoke about? Well, not if I don't have to. Isn't this why the ringmaster called you?
Dirter.
Him Dirger? It's very possible. Don't look at me like that. This isn't easy for me, you know. How about it, Max? How about what? What do you expect me to do with this? Let me guess.
maybe
You're
not.
showing me that I can make it disappear for you, right? Health
I
points.
found out about him love for him 16-year-old daughter.
No. Oh, please don't make it disappear. Oh, my health points. I guess I gotta try again. I wonder if there was some sort of problem. I don't think we have enough evidence.
Maybe we don't have it then.
Don't make this child disappear. Ugh. Extremely sus.
I've gotten affidavits from most of the performers at the circus. They are certainly a strange bunch of characters.
That's Gumshoe, they're circus.
You don't say.
Well, not stranger than you, I suppose. That was cold.
Ice cold, cold-blooded, man.
No, I'm sorry, I was just messing around.
It's a joke.
You're going down this time, pal.
Oh, is that right? I mean, Detective Gumshoe, you are aware I literally passed out last time, right?
She's been practicing 1,000 cracks a day, pal.
Why isn't she practicing the law? Cracks, wait! Oh, you don't mean cracks of the... Ow!
Yep, cracks of the whip.
Ugh. You know what they say, pal. She's gonna hit the whip.
Looks like Max is the most unpopular guy in the circus tent.
Who would have thunk it?
You know what they say, bad attitude follows you everywhere.
Huh. He's a bit arrogant, but he didn't seem that bad.
But just because someone has a bad attitude doesn't make them a criminal.
It's not just his attitude. I've got proof, pal.
Huh?
He left something at the scene of the crime. One of his magician's trademarks. An incredibly well-made silk hat.
Well, it does have very classy decorative elements, like that peacock feather.
Silk hat added to the court record.
Max uses a cloak, silk hat, and white roses as his signature symbols.
Pretty mundane, aren't they?
Who cares if they are mundane? At least they are easy to understand, Nick.
I must have hit a nerve. Listen, I got my attorney's badge and my spiky hair and my blue suit.
Yeah, what do you have?
That's what he said.
Who said?
The eyewitness.
Tell us about the eyewitness! It's actually white roses everywhere. It's blending with the snow. Sure. So about the eyewitness?
Oh, you know I'm not gonna tell you about that. That's the prosecution's trump card.
Oh well.
Oh, I just remembered.
What?
I forgot to mention that you two are barred from entering that lodging house.
Why is that?
Oh, no reason. Just something I remembered to tell you.
It must be because that's where the eyewitness is.
Let's check it out.
Don't you dare, pal.
You can't stop us! Bye, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, wait, get back here!
Hey!
December 28th, lodging house, first floor, Moe's room. I wonder whose room
Read it
this
as
is.
Moe.
Moe's room. And
The name tag on the door says Moe.
Huh, I guess he's not here.
Oh. Wow, it's a real mess in here.
My room's probably worse, though.
Oh well, I give up. We'll have to come back later.
Those carrots.
Huh, all those clown costumes lined up like that. I don't know about you, but it's kind of creepy. Is it Dan?
he's got.
It's Moe, yes, you're right.
It's incredible.
Must be a collection of clown costumes from around the world.
Oh, I almost forgot.
What is it now? She better not want me to try one of those on.
I was thinking of starting a costume collection myself. I'll call it World Spirit Channels. We could display it in our office.
In our office? As soon as you start paying the bills, you can say that.
You don't even pay the bills, Nick.
Okay, fair enough. The landlady's very nice. She lets me stay there even though I don't pay rent. Moe's got an excellent pair of pajamas. He laid on his bed in an excellent manner.
What? Those are pajamas?
Yeah, if we change, our character designs will have to change. It's illegal.
All of our sprites.
You mean he goes to bed dressed as a clown? Ew.
You mean he's like a real clown and not just like a fake clown?
Ew.
Moe seems to be a voracious reader. Look at all the hard books he has here. Clowns for Dummies. The joke's on you. Treat your peons right. And
Wow.
the classic funny jokes are funny. Oh, and this
Wow.
one it says Infinite Jest.
Oh.
Wow, Moe is very studious.
The joke's on you, huh?
Clown equipment is so funny looking.
He's got a balancing ball, a unicycle. He's even got a trampoline. Oh, but they're all broken.
Maybe he was just a little too excited during practice?
Oh, who knows with that guy? Maybe that's part of the gag.
Oh, what the? There's a string of carrots here.
Huh, that's strange. The carrots seem to come in all different shapes. Weird. I can't tell if Moe just likes carrots or if he's just using them for some sort of gag. Is it ironic? Is it serious? I don't know. Clowns kind of freak me out, Maya.
Awesome! Look at these shoes. They're great.
Forget the shoes. Check out the great gag banana peel. Imagine if someone slipped on that. What an idiot.
You sure it wasn't Moe's snack after lunch?
Are you blind? Look at how many scratches there are from people slipping on it. Wow, this banana peel has gotten around. This is hilarious, objectively speaking. Well, it looks like we've, oh, wait.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that ceiling. Looks like someone punched a hole in it.
You're right. I wonder what happened.
Huh. I don't even want to imagine what goes on in here.
We definitely didn't do anything, Gumshoe.
Definitely didn't do anything. We just kind of slipped into the room while you weren't looking. That's all. December 28th, very big circus entrance.
Huh? Hey, Nick, look over there.
What?
There's someone over there. Excuse me.
Hello.
Wow, he sure is a quiet one. Excuse me.
Yes, you. You work at the circus, don't you?
I like his bow tie.
No, I'm just your everyday average Joe.
An average Joe who just happens to hang out at the circus? I don't think so.
Yeah, I am. I've got nothing to do with what's going on here. He's lying! Like any regular person would hang around the circus dressed like that. Look at how big his bow tie is! I'm an attorney. My name is Phoenix Wright. Oh, are you part of the circus? That's cool.
I'm a spirit medium. My name is Maya.
What? It just happened to me passing by. I don't suppose you happen to be some kind of carny? No, not a carny. I'm a performer. Actually, I'm a ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist?
I'm Benjamin Woodman.
Your last name is Woodman?
Yeah, that's right. But everyone calls me Ben.
Ah, yes. That's your alias, right?
You can call me Benji if you like. I believe they call it a stage name. Excuse me, Ben? Yes, you mean me? About the murder, I'd like to talk to you about the details, if I may. Really? I'm just a regular, normal guy. I don't know. Oh, this guy's so nervous, he's creeping me out.
Nick, cheer up. Just try and smile. Would you mind telling us something about Max? Maximilian Galactica.
Max? He's, not very nice. Did you say that Max is not very nice? Oh, it hurts. Yikes, I hope he is okay. Sounds like he just popped a gasket.
Ben, so you're a ventriloquist?
I'm just a regular guy. You already told us that you're a ventriloquist. Oh, yeah.
Nick, don't yell at him. You can't do that. Sensitive.
I can't help it, he's making me nervous. Oh, jeez.
Ben, would you mind showing me some of your skills as a ventriloquist?
Oh, right now, my puppet. What do? Oh, fuck! He's contagious.
That guy, his name is Ben, right?
Huh? You don't know him?
Welcome back, Evan.
Go back.
I don't know, he didn't really catch my eye. He's friends with Trillo, right?
Wait, no one's asking the questions around here. December 28th, lodging house, first floor, Mo's room. Hello, kablamo!
Oh.
Ah, congratulations! You're the big wiener! The 1 millionth visitor to the room of one Mr. Moe Curls, aka me. Earplugs. Earplugs. To celebrate this momentous occasion, would you care for an organic grape? Just one. Did you get my joke right there? I welched on giving you more than one. No. If it was funny, it is your duty as a human being to laugh. People who don't laugh are usually last seen in land scene. Catch my drift? Maya? This is like some Faustian nightmare.
Come on, it was funny. Clowns are always funny in my book.
In my book, they're just funny looking. Oh, you sure do have great taste in clothes, girly. Look at that garb. You look just like Greta Garb. Oh. Ugh, I'm going home. I don't want to talk to any fucking clowns.
No, Nick, you can't.
No, I can excuse a bad joke or two, but this dude keeps laughing at his own jokes. That's what I object to.
Okay, I get it. But you have to admit, he is kind of funny.
No, I do not have to admit that, because he isn't.
Could you please tell us more about the very big circus?
It's a very big story. You sure you got that kind of time? And the hits just keep on coming. This circus has been in business for 20 years. We all performed under the guidance of the ringmaster, Russell Berry.
20 years? Wow. Wow.
Working in the circus is never easy, especially nowadays. With movies, TV, and bowling, there's just too much competition. You ever hear this thing called videos, James? All the kids love them nowadays.
But I love the circus.
Oh, I love it too. That's why I've been here for 20 years. Guess how old I am? You
Wow.
won't get the answer right. We worked hard to keep the show running. No one sends in the clowns on us.
Nick, he just made a joke.
Laugh.
Ha 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 ha. Oh, the ringmaster was a real big shot in the circus world. Real class act. Even when there were no customers, Russell would use his own money to pay me. Because he knew that I had a family to care for. He was happy to take care of his employees.
I see.
How could anyone do that to such a wonderful man? Moe? Wiggity 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 what? Ugh.
I'm sorry, Moe. Nick was born without a sense of humor.
Oh, don't worry about it. How can you fault someone for being born that way? It's just
Oh
a
my God.
defect of his birth.
Oh my god.
Let's talk about the movie, please. Please, I beg of you. Let's see. It must have taken place around 10 p.m. last night. Moe has a family. Did somebody have children with this man? Absolutely. There's more little clownlets running around. After rehearsals were finished, I was tuckered out, so I came back here. After I went to bed, that's when I caught a peek of it.
Caught a peek?
Of the crime. Oh, just as we suspected. This guy's the eyewitness to the crime. Oh no, clownlets! The ringmaster was truly ahead of his time. He would always add new elements to the show.
New element?
He slipped on this banana peel and broke all of his ribs on this box. Oh shit, I shouldn't have told you that. Well, when you've been a performer this long, your act starts to get a bit stale. Huh. I realize that even my act can get a bit long in the tooth. Sometimes my jokes can be a bit, old-fashioned. A bit long in the tooth? But that make-believer takes things too far.
Make-believer?
The magician, the one that thinks he's all high and mighty. He had the gall to say to me, "You're one of those funny types, right?" What does he mean, one of those? Well, the joke's on him now. On him? Yep, he got on everyone's nerves. Day of the murder? Go on. Nope. I feel as though I've made a mistake of some sort. Just forget I said anything. I bet he's still hiding something about Max. You say you saw the crime. Do you mind telling me what you saw? Well, the police told me that I can't share my story with others. There's this lady, she got a whip, she whipped me a couple times. I gotta say, it was not very pleasant. Stop tempting you to watch Ben 10. I'm sorry, listen, the temptation exists. Don't say a word, pal. I'm just gonna have to let those lips stay zipped. I tell you, that detective man's got a good accent on him. I guess you're right. Maybe I can tell you a few details. But only if you can get all stiff lips here to make with the funny.
Stiff lips.
Stiff lips? Hey, do you mean me? You arrived to clowns, Mads.
Nick, you couldn't do it. Forget about Edward.
What's the matter? Just getting ready. Okay. Do you know why I, Phoenix Wright, am a great lawyer?
Oh, here we go.
Because I'm right all the time.
Wow.
Nyuk, 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 nyuk.
Wow. Wow. You ruined everyone's day.
At least his expectations are low.
I wouldn't let him quit his day job, but tell you what.
Start sipping a beer.
Yeesh, cut a guy some slack. At least he was funnier than Chuckles over here. Wasn't the greatest joke I've heard, but you did try, so I'll tell you what I saw.
He did try.
I'm sorry he's incapable of being funny, Moe.
Got the whole squad laughing, bro.
That night, once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Once I heard it, I jumped out of bed. That's when I saw...
Ooh.
Without question, without a doubt, it was that magician with his broad, square shoulders and his bare chest.
Mm.
That's all I saw, but proves just how terrible that man actually is. He knows more about Max than he's letting on. It was the sound of a man breaking all his ribs on a box after tripping on a banana peel. Wouldn't know anything about that, though. It's that uppity faker's uppity top hat. They found this at the scene of the crime, didn't they? That's what I've been told. Unbelievable. That jerk killed the ringmaster.
Really, it's a shame what happened to the ringmaster, huh, Moe?
It seems that the ringmaster was truly a great man. Russell, how could anyone do this to you?
Oh.
I always think it's really hard.
Ah, Ben, how's he doing? He's a ventriloquist, isn't he? Ah, that's right. Boy, was I surprised when they told me his secret. He's got a second mouth where his belly button should be. The fact that they put sobs while the background music is this. I'm just kidding. Ben wouldn't tell me a single thing about the murder. It's a simple problem to solve. He won't talk if he doesn't have his puppet Trillo.
Trillo?
If Ben doesn't have his ventriloquist puppet, you'll barely get a word out of him.
Really?
Huh. Master and puppet. I've been friends with Russell since even before the circus began. He was so selfless. He always thought about others before thinking of himself. I mean, I know he looks like the Monopoly man, but, like the Monopoly Pringles man, like the combination Monopoly Pringles man, but I swear he was a good man. Everyone at this circus needs therapy. I think everyone at every circus needs therapy. I'll find a way to return the favor. He always took such good care of me. I wish I would have thanked him more than I did. It's the ringmaster's daughter, Regina. Ever since she was a little girl, she's been watching the circus performances. Cuter than a little puppy Maltese, that Regina. Only my Lorena was that cute.
Lorena?
Lorena's my daughter. She lives with her mother now. I'm sure what they say about the tears of a clown. Ah! He thinks he can kill the ringmaster, it's only just that he should die, too.
Moe?
Sorry, I crossed the line. That wasn't a very funny joke. But he truly is a disgusting human being, I swear. I saw him double dip a chicken nugget once.
Oh my god.
Why do you hate him so much?
You refuse to believe Moe fucks. Let me tell you this one story. Listen, if Torbjorn can have children, so can Moe.
Wow.
The morning before the murder, something terrible happened. Max clocked Ben right over the head, as hard as he could. Ben? A ventriloquist with a speech impediment? You should go to the cafeteria and investigate for yourselves.
The cafeteria?
Let's just say there's, gotta be something interesting there. Yes. The very big circus is very big, isn't it? You should always carry a map with you to get around.
Ah, thank you. This is an atlas.
I hope you've been enjoying this circle. Oh, I kill myself. Really, I'm dying here. Coronary. No, really, it's a heart condition. I gotta watch my cholesterol intake. Now he's just laughing to hear his own voice. Herc is not bad at the court record. To the cafeteria! December 28th, Big Top Cafeteria.
Ew, this place is gross.
This must be because of the last night. I didn't have time to clean up after dinner because of, you know, the murder.
The murder.
That reminds me, what was it that Moe said?
Well, it said that yesterday Max clonked Ben over the head here.
He also said there's gotta be something interesting there. Nick, what's gotta be interesting?
Don't ask.
Hmm.
Huh, what's this? Must be a juice bottle or something.
Watch out, Nick! There's broken glass all over the floor.
Huh. A broken bottle just lying in the middle of the floor.
Do you think it means anything?
There's gotta be something interesting there.
Huh?
Looks like we're gonna have to go back and meet with him.
Him?
Broken bottle added to the court record. The chair's been knocked over.
That's what it looks like.
It almost looks as if someone knocked it over in a struggle, or used it for self-defense.
Or maybe Regent just likes to eat his dinner in the cafeteria?
That doesn't seem very sanitary.
That's
Huh, looks like they've left it exactly as it was on the night of the murder.
They didn't seem too worried about cleaning up the dishes, did they? Looking at all these dishes make me hungry. Nick, let's go get a burger at the snack stand outside.
Alright, once we're finished with the case.
Yeah! Yatta!
Yatta!
Alright, then let's get this over with, Nick. Here we go! Whoa!
Where's the mute button when you need it? This is strange. There's nothing on top of this stand. Burger.
Look here. Max has written on it. It must be his VIP table.
Isn't a bit small to be a VIP table? You won't be putting a 10-course meal on this.
Well, he could still eat hamburgers, right?
There are dirty dishes all over the place. Must have been too hectic last night to clean up.
You know I can't stand a mess, Nick. You dirty hobo. I think you and I should clean this place up for them. And then your office next.
Why do we have to clean up?
1, because I hate dirty cafeterias. 2, because 1 bears repeating.
But this is a crime scene! We can't clean it up. We have to preserve it for evidence.
You know I really hate dirty cafeterias.
Not as much as I hate cleaning dirty cafeterias.
Keep our cafeteria clean.
Doesn't seem like anyone ever read this sign, huh?
Maybe they should make it easier to understand. Clean it or die!
Die! Well, that would definitely make them clean up. Jesus. Well, the kitchen is over here. Everyone must have taken turns cooking. There's a duty list posted
this
here.
might be a crime scene. Oh! You have a voice to do.
Whenever you start your turn with 0 hit points, you must make a special saving throw called a death saving throw to determine whether you creep closer to death or hang on to life. Unlike other saving throws, this one isn't tied to any ability score. You're in the hands of fate now, aided only by spells and features that improve your chances of succeeding on a saving throw.
I wouldn't
You like
mind
that?
trying my hand at cooking for this many people.
It's from a book that I picked up from some nerd I beat up. It's called Dungeons and Dragons.
Maya's killer hamburger. You try it, wouldn't you?
Pretty sure that would kill me. For realsies. Oh, a bulletin board for, bulletins. Mentioned the death mechanics a lot today. Oh, we hydrating.
Oh!
Oh, God, we're
God.
hydrating.
Oh my god, we hydrating.
Coming in with the hydrations.
That's true friendship right there.
Doesn't look like there are any useful clues posted here.
Boring. Maybe we should leave a juicy tidbit for someone to read.
Juicy?
You know, like a fake clue? Maybe something like, message from the killer.
Give it up, Maya. You know Gumshoe would take it all seriously.
Yeah.
Pals, I found a clue! says juicy. Any more clues? Any more clues? No? No clues? Okay. Hmm. December 28th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Oh, it's my two sweeties. Welcome to the Detention Center. Ugh, did you just call me his sweetie? Again? What's on today's agenda? What can I help you with? Well, we've gathered quite a few clues. Wonderfully fantabuloso. I mean, fabulous. That's why we came to meet with you again. Oh, what's wrong? Quit making such a scary face. Okay then, Max. Let's make this absolutely fabulous.
We heard a lot about you at the circus, Max.
Oh, you must mean from the dinosaurs? How are those Jurassic geriatrics?
Max, you aren't very popular with the other performers, are you?
Yes, sweetie. That's what they call jealousy. Jealousy. They're absolutely jealous of my absolutely fabulous self. People who really understand can see the obvious differences between us. People who really understand? For instance, my sweetie pie. Huh. So Regina understands somehow. I plan on getting married to her. She's truly my sweetie pie princess. My god, my dude. There's a 5-year age gap between you. I'm sending you to jail myself.
The age gap is fine, but she still needs to, you know,
She needs
grow
to
up
be
before you
not
put moves on
16
her.
years old,
Yeah,
my
she needs
guy.
to be older. Wow, that's so cool.
It's already in the works.
Oh?
I'm sending this man to jail with my own 2 hands. Oh, that's
He's
strange, Regina.
already in jail.
That's true. Regina never actually said anything about actually marrying this joker. You met with the ringmaster on the night of the murder. Yes, I was with him around 10 p.m. once I was done with practice. I went to his room right after we finished.
They found the ringmaster's body in the plaza in front of the lodging house.
Why is the game like totally down with all this? Because Japan has a very like blasé attitude towards the like very specific high school college like age gaps. They're like, yeah, that's fine probably. Which is like, no, it's not. No. Like, there are way too many anime that are like, oh, my manic pixie dream girl is a 16-year-old high school student, and I'm like a depressed college man, and I'm like, can we not? Yikes, my guy. Chill. Yeah, I heard about that. He needed to step out for a bit, so I waited in his room for him to return. It was just like my father and the milk he said he was gonna get.
Oh my
He
god.
just never came back. I heard a loud sound like someone breaking all of his ribs on a box after slipping on a banana peel comically. Sorry, Max. I have something I must attend to right now. Do you mind waiting for me right here? It's pretty cold outside. Where's your coat? It's alright, I'll be right back. It should only take about 10 minutes. If I'm not back after that specific amount of time, if I'm not back after 10 minutes and 1 second, please, I beg of you, call the police, because something terrible has happened to me. And then, I waited for him. But he never came back. Just like My dear papa.
Oh my god.
Anybody named Max's dad is automatically goofy. Gosh, son. I'm sorry, Max. It's a banana peel outside, and I just thought of something absolutely hilarious. Check this shit out. Whoop. Did he go to the plaza where the body was discovered? Possibly. The snow had tapered off a bit, but it was still very cold outside. But I have no idea what he went off to do. That's your theory until you see an autopsy. You know what? Fair enough. I guess we'll try to break the psyche lock.
You know why you... I don't remember. Oh, we have to break all three of them at once? Oh god.
That's fine. Isn't this why you were called to the ringmaster's room that night? Where did you get that? The cafeteria, but you already knew that, didn't you? Of course. It fell and broke on the floor. He's still hiding something else. Max? What is it, my sweetie? It didn't fall and break on the floor. You used this bottle to... Oh, wait, shit. Oops.
No.
Hold on, let's try that again. We're gonna skip all this dialogue. You use this bottle. Ben. You nailed him over the head with this bottle, didn't you? Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my god, dude.
76% juice or alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you got called to the ringmaster's room that night. You got in trouble like a little schoolboy idiot. Fabulous. You might as well be a magician. Yeah, don't fuck with Ben. Ben didn't do anything wrong.
You're lucky you didn't
HP.
get the police called on you for that. Jesus.
Right? I mean, he did get the police called on him, and he did get arrested, but unrelated to that.
Something differently.
The truth is, yesterday morning during breakfast, we had a run-in. You mean you had a fight with Ben, the ventriloquist? That man looks like he was born an accountant. He looks like he was born that age. You could put it that way. He looks so mild. This man wouldn't eat a banana.
Why did you fight with him? Ben seems like such a quiet man.
Yeah, he's lucky Ben didn't fucking die. We fought about my sweetie pie. Jesus Christ. Imagine like the headline, just like, magician superstar at circus kills ventriloquist over love affair with 16-year-old child.
Oh god.
Go to jail on 2 different accounts.
How old is Ben?
Ben is 31.
He's 31!
Ha! Ha! Ha!
You mean Regina?
That ill-bred creep told my sweetie pie princess that he was in love with her. Would you put up with that? He's 31 years old. Max, you're 21! Bro, you're old.
Ilbred, are you talking about the same Ben?
Phoenix, honestly, Phoenix Ray just like, oh, I don't want to defend any of these people. I hate all these people. You should all go to jail. Told her he was in love with her. Are you sure this is the Ben we're talking about? All I can say is that he made me mad and I had to tap him on his hard head. That's when the ringmaster called me and I realized that it was my chance. Your chance? That's when I went to his room and I laid it all out on the table. I asked him to let me marry my sweetie pie, and then he said, and I quote, "Get out of here, creep. You're 21 years old. My daughter's only 16.
What?
And the ringmaster told me that it sounds good to me.
Oh.
That's why my sweetie pie is my sweetie pie, and no one else's. Ah, I see. Since Ben was causing me so much trouble, I realized I had to shut him up. The only way I knew how. Murder. Just like...
Wow.
Shut him up.
What do you mean by shut him up?
You don't know, do you, my sweeties? Trillo can't say a word. Not without Ben.
Trillo?
The puppet. The ventriloquist's puppet. His real name is Trilloquist. But a puppet doesn't talk! I know. That's why I hid it. Before the police came and took me away, of course. This guy's a dick. If that puppet started flapping off at the balsa, I'd be screwed.
You hit him? You mean the ventriloquist's puppet?
You're so smart, sweetie. Yeah, I really gave it to Pee-wee.
Where did you hide him?
What, sweetie? You aren't thinking of trying to add him to my defense, are you?
Well, Ben does seem awfully lonely without his puppet.
Fabulous. That should have taught him a lesson. Okay, I hid Trillo in the ringmaster's room. You don't mind going there and getting Trillo for me, do you, my sweets?
No problem. None at all. Thank you, Max.
You know I can't stand to see my sweeties in a jam. Then don't go hiding puppets. What the fuck, man?
That man's 31 years old, man.
Just admitted to assault. Your murder defense is getting weaker by the second. December 20th. Very big circus entrance.
Huh? Ben's not here anymore.
Huh. Yeah, I wanted to ask him something.
It's cold out. He's probably in the tent.
This man's is guilty. Yeah, can I get this man's declared guilty? December 28th. Very big circus. Big top.
What do you think, Nick? I wonder if we're making any progress.
And don't be so negative. Of course we're making progress. I think.
But everyone loved the ringmaster. And there's no sign of footprints on the scene. There's still a lot of mysteries left to be solved.
Of course.
And now Regina isn't here.
I'm not seeing how that's related. It's the puppet, I swear. December 28th. Big top. Ringmaster's room.
Looks the same as always. A great big mess. Considering how messy it is, I bet they wouldn't notice if another poster went missing.
Will you just stop it, you poster pilferer?
I'm just kidding. You know I already got one of these posters.
You mean stole one of those posters. Stealing is the thing you did.
Yeah. Let's focus on what Max told us, you know, because he stole a puppet, you know. He said that he hid Trillo somewhere in this room.
Trillo! Oh, the ventriloquist's puppet. Okay.
Lots of mystery, like how many intact ribs the ringmaster has.
Oh, this is the table he used when visitors came to see him.
Ew, there's mud caked on the table.
Someone with terrible manners must have put their shoes up on the table. Wonder who that could have been.
Nick, don't even think about it.
I wasn't! How uncouth do you think I am anyway?
Uncouth.
Uncouth.
Nick, look at all the cute trophies.
Indeed. Just look at all the awards the circus has won.
Like all the talented stuff the ringmaster is.
Huh. There's something shoved under the bookshelf. This is...
That's Trillo. That's Ben's puppet.
Huh. I think you're right. I'll give it back to him later. Trillo Quist handed over to Maya. Here, you take this. I don't want... It's fucking... This is creepy.
Why do I have to carry this thing?
It's too big to fit in my pockets.
Whoa.
The seats are so far away.
Hmm. He might be in the cafeteria, actually. To the cafeteria! December 28th, Big Top Cafeteria.
Oh, hey, Ben. Hello to you, too. It's awfully cold today. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I do indeed.
Don't you think it's cold, Nick?
I don't see how talking about the weather is helping our case.
Ben, this is yours, isn't it?
Yes, that's mine.
Here you go.
Trillo Quist returned to Ben. Alright, Maya, let's get going.
It's that time, isn't it? See you around, Ben.
Okay.
So, Nick, where are we going next?
Let's see, maybe we should go talk to the clown once again. Hey, wait!
Oh.
Who said that?
What are you looking at? I'm right here, you blind wench.
Oh,
What's your
wow.
problem anyways? Don't you know how to properly greet someone?
Ben? Is that you, Ben?
No, I would never. It was me, yeah, me, down here. You're Trillo? That's Mr. Quist to you, sir. Learn some manners before you just blurt out my name. Now try speaking to me again, but this time with some proper respect. Oh, not again. Mr. Quist, is that better? No, look at me when I'm talking to you, you 8-bit excuse for an attorney.
Oh.
Get it.
Oh.
Trillo, we talked about insulting people, you promised. But he was mocking me. Not being mean to bullies was not included in the deal. I'm sorry, Trillo.
Nick, what just happened?
Hey, who do you think you are calling me a puppet? Tell us what you know about the murder. You talking to me? I said you talking to me? Don't look at him when you're talking to me. Trillo Quist, you behave, young man. Shut up, Woody. What murder you talking about? You mean the one where they off the old man?
I guess so.
No need to make such a fuss about things. That old mutt paid us all peanuts. Trillo, you can't say things like that. I didn't raise you to be that kind of puppet. Don't you have nerve pills or something to take right now? Huh?
Oh
Little
my
baby,
God.
little baby, little piss baby, little piss
Oh my
pants.
god. Oh my god.
You put really an odd couple, Nick.
Okay, I'll talk. Gramps got clobbered all over the head. Let me lay it all out for you. The pay sucks, clown sucks, my partner has his hand up my pants. Really uncomfortable if you ask me.
Your partner, you mean Ben?
Yeah, creepy old guy who never finds it in himself to leave me alone. Tell him to back off from me, will you? He's just another one of the dorks around here.
Oh, hi.
Ah, but I'll be fair. And this cesspool of human garbage masquerading as performers. I found my Madonna.
Oh god. Your,
Madonna. Regina, my lovely Regina. She is stunning, right, Ben? I'm not sure if I would go that far. I'm like 31 years old, and that's a child. You have to excuse him. He does not understand what he speaks. I, on the other hand, am an appreciator of true beauty. Hence why I shall marry her.
Mary?
The ringmaster got knocked upside his cheap head by that flying fraud. You mean Max Galactica? When you say that? Hello, straighten up. Don't accuse people like that. Straighten up? I made of wood. Besides, you were there. You know what happened. You were there? If you're that interested, I'll let you in on the facts.
You're going to marry Regina?
That's right. She doesn't quite realize the joy that awaits her, does she? I think I'm beginning to see why she seemed troubled. Everybody in the circus is bonkers. Well, she... I don't care. It's my choice, not hers. We're getting hitched.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
You think that, but like consent and stuff. Young man, I raised you to be a better puppet. But what? Oh my god. I gave her a special gift. I gave her the wonderful gift of song.
You gave her a song?
Well, I am a renowned tenor. You'll be happy to know that I've decided to grace you with one of my songs. Me, 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 me. I want you to touch me. I want you to kiss me. I want you to... The rest is private.
Well, the melody is pretty good.
Oh, but those lyrics, I think they need a little work. Who asked you? I'm the artist here. Thanks. Now that Trillo's here. Now that Trillo's here, does that mean you can talk normally now? Hey, butt face! You must be looking forward to tomorrow, aren't you, Mr. Ambulance Chaser? You know, it's time to get rid of that pesky magician once and for all.
Trillo?
Enough jibba jabba, let's get the choral ready. Hey, wait a second.
Nick, what's going on?
He's a witness for tomorrow's trial? I don't know, Maya, I don't know either. December 28th, very big circus, big top.
When the world happened with Ben and Trillo?
Quite a pair of those two. What are that puppet? Oh no, now what?
Oh.
Wait, no, hold on, my badge, I need that. Oh no,
He died. Hey, welcome back to the world of the living, Nick.
Oh my god. Oh, how long was I out? Oh, that monkey. Oh, my badge! That monkey stole my badge! That's the only thing that lets people know I'm a lawyer. I might as well return the monkey.
Now no one will believe me. What?
Mr. Attorney, that face was so cute. You looked so completely dumbfounded. Regina!
Ew. Oh, the monkey!
Hey, no need to get angry, okay?
My attorney's mad!
Don't worry, I'll help you out.
Okay, you say so. I'm gonna get my badge back. How can I flash it?
By the way, the monkey's name is Money. Money the monkey.
His name is Monkey Money?
The monkey is called Money?
Yes.
Well, the rich ape just stole my attorney's badge. Mind if I get that back?
I'll see what I can do. Even I have money problems.
Huh?
Whenever Money sees something shiny, he takes it back home. That's pretty funny.
Well, I guess I'll just have to find out where money disappeared to.
I think that's your best bet. You should probably ask Uncle Moe. He might know.
Huh? You don't know?
Well, Money isn't exactly someone I am on friendly terms with.
What?
He's not really the kind of animal I work with. Even he does need taming.
Oh, I see.
Go to Moe's. Huh. I guess it is time that I revisit that kooky clown.
Do you mind telling us a bit about Ben?
Ben? You mean the guy that is always hanging around with Trillo?
What do you mean hanging around?
Well, he was there when Trillo told me that he was in love with me.
Trillo told you he was in love with you?
Yes, he did. Kinda cute, don't you think? He's so smart, and he's such a wonderful singer. I love him.
But you're 16. What about Ben?
What about Ben? He's got nothing to do with me loving Trillo.
Like sand through the hourglass.
Oh, God.
So are the days of the circus.
Regina, you were proposed to, weren't you?
Proposed to? Nope, that won't be for a while.
Huh? Really? That's strange, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, Max and Trillo both said otherwise. They said they asked for her hand in marriage. It's really weird because neither of them look 16 to me.
But Max only talked to the ringmaster about it.
Oh, I forgot about that. He asked the ringmaster for her hand, not Regina directly. Like some kind of
So-
weird medieval...
Yeah.
I guess
Man.
Trillo hasn't asked her directly yet.
What? He's going to propose to me? I'm so confused. How about you, Maya?
Huh? What?
Who do you think I should go for? Max or Trillo?
Neither!
The answer is neither.
Wait. Did you realize that Trillo is a puppet?
I don't care that he's a bit stiff.
I mean, we don't know how old Trillo is, to be fair.
Oh, me.
Oh, boy.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, this is too much. December 28th, Lodging House Plaza.
Huh? Detective Gumshoe took off already.
Huh, yeah, probably because we ditched him earlier. I bet he and the other cops got lonely and headed back to the precinct.
Well, alright.
December 28th, Lodging House, first floor, Moe's room. Oh my, if it isn't Mr. Right all the time. It's alright to be wrong every now and again, Mr. Right.
See, Nick, it just took a while for the joke to find its audience.
Sigh.
Get roasted, Phoenix.
Yeah, we don't have a separate profile for Trillo, so we don't know how old he is. So what can I do for you? Did you remember a good joke you wanted to tell me? Pull up a chair and maybe just pull my finger and let me have it.
We're going to get the same sound effect either way, aren't we?
How'd you know I put the whoopee cushion on the chair? You really know what it takes to be a clown, don't you? You ever thought about being a clown? I could always use an apprentice. So, about Regina. Regina's such a pure, innocent child.
She's such a cutie, too.
She was born and raised in the circus, you know, doesn't know any better. I mean, she doesn't really know much about the world outside the big top.
Sounds like Curly.
For her, every child's dream of the circus is her everyday reality.
She lives in a dream world.
She sees dancing wild animals, men flying in the air, and one very funny clown every day. Funny thing is, it all seems normal to her because it is her everyday life. I guess that explains why she thinks she can marry a ventriloquist puppet. Don't ask me if her reality is a good thing or a bad thing, though. The clown sees life simply without complications. Hey, have you ever heard of a monkey named Money? Ah, yes, Money. He stole my attorney's badge. Well, Money does love shiny objects. It makes sense that he'd swipe your badge. But under no circumstances can you chase after him. Why's that?
Oh, I know. You don't want to get involved in any monkey business, right?
Oh, exactly! Bravo! Bravo! Enough joking around, though. Monkey isn't considered a part of Regina's family.
Then who does he belong to?
Oh, I'd be happy to take you to where his owner's staying.
You mean right now?
Yeah, of course. Shall we go? Huh. Should we go with him now or wait a while? Let's go. December 28th, lodging house, 3rd floor, Acro's room. This is it. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? I can't breathe. Don't be such a wimp. You only had to climb 2 flights of stairs. Well, I don't remember the last time I stood up. Okay. Anyways, this is the place. Acro's room. Acro? He's an acrobat. Seems like he's not around today.
That's a big pile of junk over in the corner.
I don't think you'd be wrong to assume that Phoenix's stuff is over there, too. Just be careful to make sure you've got the right stuff.
Thanks, Moe. See you later.
Money the monkey added to the court record. We hydrating.
Oh, double the hydration.
Again. This bed is incredibly well made. It's almost like a maid made it up. Even the laundry on top of the bed is folded perfectly.
Nick, there's nothing unusual about that at all. It's how things are supposed to be.
Huh. Can a man respect another man for doing something said man cannot do?
It's a monkey calendar.
Whoever's in this room must really love monkeys. Here it says this calendar, reject society, return to monkey? Huh. I wonder what that means.
Maybe a little too much. Wow, I just realized that the year's almost over. Amazing how time flies.
It's been one wild year, especially the last part.
Well, we still got one last person to help this year, Max. Hey, the nuts ripped. Money must be prone to breaking things. He's hardcore.
That looks fine to me. You really think that he plays basketball?
I think so. Monkeys live life above the rim, you know.
Monkey life complicated, multicellular life mistake, return to soup. You're joking, right? You think the monkey has got proverbial game? Listen, it says, there's no rule that says a monkey can't play basketball.
Of course. That monkey doesn't fake the funk on a nasty dunk.
Oh, prehensile tail might be an unfair advantage.
Holy cow! There's a fork and a mirror. Everything's shiny. There's even a really cheap-looking knockoff wristwatch.
Oh, look at this. It's a trophy. It's really heavy.
Nick, I found it! Your badge! It's right here!
Attorney's badge returned to its rightful spot on lapel. Lapel. Lapel, I think, actually.
Yes.
Thanks, you really saved me, huh?
What's the matter? Did you find something?
Yeah, check this out.
It's a ring!
Did the monkey kill the man? Lapel. Apple. There's something engraved on it. From T to R. Ring put in pocket. Well, I think it's about time we wrap up our investigation.
You think we'll win in court tomorrow?
Who knows? Even I can't imagine what kind of testimony will come out tomorrow. Yeah, Nick gets his face ripped off by a monkey. I'm guessing Moe will be a witness in court tomorrow. Moe and maybe the puppet?
Don't worry, Nick. No matter what, we've still got a magician on our side.
That's good, because we might need some magic tomorrow. To be continued. All right, let's take a little 5-minute break and then get back to it.
Woo!
I'll be back.
Get in there.
Boop, 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 boop. Mhm.
Okay, I return.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I believe I am just right on time. Oop. Let's get to it. December 29th, 9:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Good morning, Max.
Max?
Milk.
What?
If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie.
stage. Don't worry, there will be a stage. All you have to do is sit down.
I guess.
Nick.
Stream was on in your pocket, started talking to the shit. Yeah. Good. That does sound surprising.
Max is really nervous.
That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you gotta make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. Can't be having you flying around in the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone.
Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay.
Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying in fabulously.
You're dashing!
One glimpse of that, yep. And everyone on the room will be on your side.
Max, really? No one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes?
I kind of like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying in fabulously.
Dashing!
He called me dashing. Imagine if you hit someone so hard they fell and crushed all their ribs, killing them instantly. That would be one hell of a thing. December 29th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Hey, is that Max Galactica? I love Max Galactica.
And now the case of the... What? Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry, I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns.
So...
Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica?
Yes, Your Honor, he does often go by that name.
You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly.
Huh. Wonder if that's to our advantage.
Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you will. I hope you didn't bother thinking you would win this one, Mr. Phoenix, right?
Huh?
That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count. Do you hear me?
She must still be upset about what happened last time.
You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything.
I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying.
You're surprised she didn't insist on his real name? Yeah, The defendant will go by his real name, Billy Bob John.
Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix, right? I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are.
Me? Guilty?
You!
Ow, what are you talking about?
It will be my ultimate revenge.
It's not like it'll bring her dad back.
There. Opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Get up, sir. Now. Sorry to keep you from your work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, detective.
Oh my god, does he not get paid for court appearances?
Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the event in question. At your service, sir.
All right, detective, you may proceed with your testimony.
It's his job to
Witness.
testify, though. He don't get paid. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was a blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebra in his neck.
Damn.
Dang, that box really...
I see, he was beaten to death.
Here is the autopsy report for the victim.
The court accepts this into evidence.
Autopsy report added to the court record.
A blunt object, Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Details of the event.
Love your voice for Von Karma and Gumshoe. Thank you. I'm trying my
very
god
good.
best.
Let me ask you about the snow.
It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime.
Did it pile up?
It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about an inch and a half was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day.
The snow. Let me see. There's gotta be more to this.
What's the matter, Nick?
I need to take a look at the court record.
Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime?
I mean, boxes where Ben keeps Trilla, right? I can't think what else it'd be. Bananas. All those banana peels. Or Moe's carrots. It's where money keeps his cash money.
When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean?
Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well.
Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey?
When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. I knew it was his. When they described it being so cheap in intimate detail.
Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings.
After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to?
Regina was playing with Regent, while Moa went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately.
Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you?
It seems they were negotiating Max's salary.
Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage, but I'm not going to mention that because that would make my case very difficult.
Yeah.
I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m.
Okay, not a problem, pal. We got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down. Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on.
All right, I'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end?
This is how the judge avoids getting whipped.
Yep. A wooden box.
That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed.
Carrying the box, huh?
It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor.
What do you mean?
Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked.
Not you say.
Wooden box added to the court record. The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock.
20 pounds!
Yeah. This may be my only chance. I might as well ask some questions. You said the box was locked. How exactly was it locked?
Well, it had quite a sturdy lock on it. It took quite a bit to open that bad boy up.
So, when you found the box, it was locked, correct?
Yes, it was. Some of the forensics team took it back to the precinct to crack it open.
I see. Continue, Detective Gumshoe.
But now I want to know what's in the box.
Terues.
Do you mind telling us what was inside that box?
Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle.
Bottle? What is that, Detective?
Exactly what it looks like, Yana. It's a condiment bottle.
Fan was a fan of salt.
Oh,
What's inside the bottle?
it's filled with pepper.
Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box?
There's only one little bottle in that huge box.
I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning.
A small seasoning bottle added to the court record.
More.
Let's ask about the box now. This wooden box, you figure it weighs about 20 pounds, right?
Sounds about right. The whole thing is lined with iron.
What
Oh
the
my
fuck?
God.
Iron plating? Why do you think it's lined with iron?
Like a bulletproof box.
Right?
I figured they'd. Ow! I think we could all do without your guesses, Detective. Stick to what little you actually know. Sorry. Suffice it to say, the box is really heavy. Much better. You may continue on, Detective.
According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct?
You've done your homework, pal.
And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you?
The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with.
You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene.
No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Ha
Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now.
Huh, I guess that's all we're gonna get out of the gumshoe in this case.
You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper?
Hey, don't be mean, he's doing his best.
Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously. But that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy.
Oh, thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness.
I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand.
Oh, she must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist.
I wonder if Trillo will show up on the stand as well.
He sure is. Please state your name and occupation for the record.
My full name is Trilloquist. I'm employed as an operatic tenor.
Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist.
That robe must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. Me. The world of the law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence. decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think?
Oh my god.
It had a good rhythm.
It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you know better than to insult a judge. You're gonna get held in contempt of court. Shut up! Just look at your nose. Think you'd have the sense to fix it. So ugly when I'll punch you in the face on the off chance swelling look would help. You know what? Your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star.
Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds.
What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is.
Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this.
I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about... Oh!
You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now, let's proceed.
Testimony, what you witnessed. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. I mean, clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away.
You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You're sure of that?
Without a doubt, he had on his silk hat cloak and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high?
That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown?
Oh, that's right, dress boy.
Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime?
Huh, you got a point.
What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit.
Why is that?
Here's absolute proof.
A silk hat?
This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant.
Ah.
Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during the practice. If the clown was a murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene.
Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Please don't whip me.
Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say?
Okay. I guess she's the boss again today.
All right.
The clown. You're talking about Moe. Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack.
Then what happened?
Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice, warm lodging house have been a better idea?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness.
But I'm a good dunker, as my teachers always said I was.
He dunk!
Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays, like you're talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you.
Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions.
Oh my god, Mai, alright.
You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There's only one person headed that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character.
There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well?
What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright?
Say that!
That's the victim.
That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance of the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Ow!
Ah!
Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out.
What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room.
Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime?
Ah!
I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions.
Oh, he's right.
A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony.
Trillo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he?
Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head.
Nick? Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head?
Yeah. I think so. I don't know anymore. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it? I think it was around a bit after 10 p.m., I think. The practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time. I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather? It's nice. I don't got no skin or anything. Well, maybe you were waiting for someone. Oh, what? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your offhanded series.
But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something.
Mr. Wright? Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night?
Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person.
Bam!
And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. Ah! You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken?
Is this true?
Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw, don't you forget it.
Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right.
Huh? Alright. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Hi, Vivi. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah!
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 That makes perfect sense.
What did you just say?
The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime.
However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that you could have missed someone else other than Max heading towards the... Ow!
There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer.
I guess you got me. All right. I'll spill the beans for real this time.
No.
It's true. I was waiting for Regina.
Don't volunteer things. Mr. Quiz, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was. I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose? She's 16.
What the? Is that a puppet? Is the puppet proposing? What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage?
That, the matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain.
Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet.
About the proposal. Don't be so surprised that I was gonna propose to Regina. I even had something to give her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
You were going to propose. You, puppet.
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her. Oh, no.
Yes,
yeah,
it does.
I think
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It does. Judge, it does.
Exactly. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. I'm sending all of you to horny jail.
Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination.
What was that sigh at the end?
I don't know, Maya, but you and I are in for it.
Baby, no.
Bruh.
What?
What was it exactly that you had planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was gonna give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty.
Answer his question. What was it?
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring!
Engagement ring?
Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs.
Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here.
Francisco's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time.
Uh-oh.
Pain equals bad! It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a... Ah, fuck!
I advise you to cut this argument short. It would kill a man. Yes. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring, I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. An engagement ring? Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it. It's just a ring.
What's the matter, Nick?
Phoenix Wright, certified masochist. This better not awaken anything in me. Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. So you're still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am. I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give up that easily.
I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus.
Probably way more than he deserves.
How about it, Nick?
I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony.
That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck.
The judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more.
He's a baby man confirmed.
Oh, wait, maybe this is the wrong one.
Uh-oh.
Wrong time. Okay. I've still got it in my pocket. No, the fuck you don't! Trillo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh, looks like they're gonna double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah, that's mine! Give it back, thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why, then, do I have it right here? Ah!
What is going on here?
That's... Ben, say something! Oh, don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo! I found this in Money's room!
Money's room? You mean a room they put money like a bank vault?
Ah, that filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him!
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court.
Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey in every sense of the word.
Oh, I see. Oh, well then.
Money likes to go after the shiniest things he can find and gather them up.
Shiny things?
Trillo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time. You know, that night, the night of the crime.
What did you just say?
Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza.
When your child beats you up, I love the judge. Yeah, that's just great.
Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, could have been taken around that time.
Oh!
Oh, the pain! Oh, God, the humanity! I don't want to return to monkey! Ben, what's with you? Whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trillo Quist.
Monkey.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo? Ah, you know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey Money. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way around the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame.
Well, this does indeed prove one very important point.
Prove an important point.
What point could that possibly be?
There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony.
Contradiction?
The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza.
What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours?
I'm saying that there's no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Oh, I guess, yeah, he's right.
Interesting, Mr. Well, then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene.
However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive.
The witness is lying. He's blinded by his rivalry with Max.
Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Ha, I've told you so many times you think you'd know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, sticky boy, and I'm sure you'll change some more.
Where there is one lie, there are usually many more behind it.
Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him.
Yeah.
Witnessing Max. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina, but that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
So that means that Bunny didn't show up until after you saw Max.
That's right, Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him?
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see, I'd say about... I'd suppose 5 minutes, I think.
So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Oh boy. So, you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. Good night, BB.
Oh, good night.
You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose.
Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night. Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time. Guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. About what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out for yourself. You already know the practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him.
Yes, we did. We're trying to convict the box right now.
Yep. Just that 10 more minutes. It's incredibly sus how heavy that box is. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed. What time was it?
What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Ow! I'm not good at math.
It was 10:10 p.m. Oh, yes, that sounds about right.
Sounds about right because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night. Oh, I'm sorry, Trillo.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist's act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers?
Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Although none of my coworkers seem to be very cordial to me. Ow, that hurt!
Maybe you should think of something having some... excuse me. Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school.
There's no reason that Trillo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with evidence?
Fluffing is everything in this world. But I'm sure you already learned that one.
I guess I can give it a shot.
The witness will resume his testimony.
I hate to say it, but Ben's part of your little act is coming off a bit stale. I'm sure that if a pro was to review... Ow!
You're not trying to pass yourself off as a professional performer, are you? Don't get so wrapped up in yourself, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Oh.
You should know better.
Ow, 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 that hurts.
That should have set him straight. You may proceed with your testimony, witness.
Oh my god. You got ruined.
Yep. You are absolutely 100% absolutely sure of what you just said. I told you already, jeez, I am 100% absolutely sure.
There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right?
Ah, those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now!
Silk hat, cloak, white roses!
Thank you very much. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you?
But it's fun sharing it with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere.
I agree, but do we have the proof to make something stick?
All we can do is try, right, Nick? We gotta have something that will prove useful.
Alright, time to go to work. Wrestle Talks 10 only got shut down once.
Oh.
Guess not. Guess it's kind of petty to badmouth someone's performances.
I think so too. I guess you really are right all the time.
Glad to see you finally coming around to that.
Continue with the cross-examination, please.
Not quite. Maybe we present the bottle. Ah!
Get in there!
Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight?
A fight over Regina, to be exact. Oh, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. Ah! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first.
True. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival.
Lewd!
Ugh.
Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene.
I didn't tell a single lie, honestly, I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to.
What kind of theory is that?
And the correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
What?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or, good evening, as he put it.
What in the world? You? Would the defense kindly explain who it was Trillo saw that evening, then?
BAM!
Bam!
Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet.
It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? Is she so cute?
No, Your Honor, it is not Regina! If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Oh, yeah, suppose you've got the point there. It was Russell Berry. The victim himself, was it not?
You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Ah!
Order! How do you respond to this?
Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man, but once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
I don't know.
Why is the puppet still talking?
Yeah.
Are puppets real?
I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols.
3 symbols? Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you've got to remember them by now. Here we go again, everyone. All together now! Ah!
Yes. We know the silk hat, cloak, and white roses.
A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me.
Oh!
She killed the puppet.
What was that?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry.
What? Miss Von Karma? Do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, if that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally won a point in this one. Oh boy. She's objecting to whether you can pull off the hat. Yeah, you absolutely cannot pull off that outfit.
That is very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your efforts, but... Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Huh?
Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess.
Bop.
Ba-ba-ba.
December 29th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene.
So then, where were you when the murder took place?
We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back.
That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right?
That's what it seems like.
But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right?
Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off.
Which means?
It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility.
I do not notice.
Yeah.
Well done, Nick.
However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange?
Mm-hmm.
The ringmaster's still alive and trying to frame everyone to hit everyone with the ultimate bonk stick and get them away from his teenage daughter. You know what? Fair. He deserves to. If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double.
Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something.
Yeah, this whole circus is going to hell. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up, magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision.
That's really cool.
Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. December 29th, 12:06 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Is the puppet gonna come back? I missed the puppet. He's kind of funny.
Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Girls please take the stand?
Why did she just call him a pitiful clown?
The witness will now state his name and occupation for the court record.
I'm West Clowndelphia, born and raised.
Name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish?
Oh,
Matt.
I'm sorry. I was not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion.
What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the record.
Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay.
Uh-oh.
Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? But a couple of clowns who were up no good started making trouble in my...
Your name.
Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Moe the Clown.
You've witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder. Correct.
Yes, it was.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked into this...
Well, without the humor, please.
Okay.
Aw. Poor Moe can't be his normal stoogey self in court.
I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years.
Oh
No
wow.
matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause.
Oh wow.
Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. Am I supposed to be doing a thing? No. We decided to reschedule that thing. Wow. I got linked a thing about one of the character designers for Ace Attorney, and it turns out that some of Miles Edgeworth's beta designs were like old men.
Oh.
So she saved us from a grim fate, really. Anyway, but I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try to make everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone. What do you think of me? How am I doing?
Yeah, Suikane is a goddess.
Aren't we supposed to be the ones asking the questions here?
I think probably all the qualities that they had wanted to put into Edgeworth before he became like ooey gooey, became Von Karma, right? Like
Probably,
old
yeah.
and super, like no weaknesses, so on and so forth.
We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case.
Really, you really hear me out?
Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later.
Thank you. I can't wait. Gumshoe.
Gumshoe.
Everyone knows.
Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. I have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching him, and all of a sudden Max clunked the ringmaster over the head.
Oh, that's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony.
I know that.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling.
I understand, Your Honor.
If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes.
You know, Mo's testimony and what he told us yesterday are kind of different.
Yeah, I noticed. Just gotta pinpoint what's changed.
You can do it, Nick.
You just happened to glance out of the window. Ah, you could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed.
Mr. Curls?
Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday... Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot.
Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow, ow, ow!
That's not something you just forget to mention.
Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Please revise your testimony.
We should start turning the tables in our favor. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it would kind of sounded like, I guess you could say.
Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary.
Oh, how'd you know I was gonna make a joke? Ah ha 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 ha! I guess that'd make the sound like, what was it? Sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly.
Someone getting hit? Uh-huh. What then? You went to look out the window and you saw.
Far away, you say. If you had to say exactly how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big. I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window.
Just 30 feet. That's not far at all.
It was snowing that night and cut down on visibility.
I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw.
You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head. Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? Oh, you mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you saw everything, right? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. No, I didn't see a weapon. Moe. Did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Oh, God.
Isn't this a bit melodramatic?
So what would it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I'll tell you what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a drop and a save.
Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime?
I've got a great reason to make my claim.
And I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason.
Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony.
What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright?
When was there a German Dom in this game? Since forever. It's nice looking. Moe said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit.
What did I miss? He did say that.
However, Moe just stated the following under oath. This wasn't in the game, Reps. This is because this is the second game. It's the sequel. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. If Moe is to be believed, then he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound. And there's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyway. In 1972, a crack clown unit...
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, Brandon. 10 years ago, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade in the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by that government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team. Cool.
Were you waiting for your points to accumulate?
Hi, baby.
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit these crimes. Clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car.
And for Moe to do the thing, I see.
Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court?
No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory.
Great job, Nick.
These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth.
Yeah.
Like an onion.
Yeah.
Well,
You're back from your jog?
well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Oh, karma! Tampering with witnesses again!
So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clunk the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Curls,
You're at her.
you did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, then please testify to this silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Got it.
This is the most aggressive I heard the judge be.
Judge, no like joke.
No.
It was a bit far away, but that shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubt in it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. The silk hat, that black coat, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever. This should finally be good enough, yes. It is decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the crime scene that night?
He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that, no matter how much of a dick he is.
All right, Mr. Wright. Commence your cross-examination.
The silhouette!
His cloak isn't black, yeah.
You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so, the silk hat and the cloak, right? Moe. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols.
Yay, everyone get ready. All together now.
Silk hat,
Silk hat,
cloak, white roses.
roses.
What the?
Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Moe?
Do you like pie? I love pie. 3.141592.6.
Silent fool. You are to respond with the whole truth. No fractions.
Haha.
Order! Order!
Moe, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail.
But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them.
Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim.
If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He is just toying with the court.
I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Oh, Phoenix. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me.
Ooh.
Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. Call an ambulance, but not for me! Hold it! There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Oh, wow.
Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now.
Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. Oh my
Ouch.
god!
I'm not mature.
Oh, he has a family, Judge!
This clown fucks.
I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling.
Ruling?
Nick, this is your last chance.
The Silhouette Part 2. There's no doubt in my mind, there were no white roses that night. However, all of the other symbols were there, I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I can forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this.
Just one chance?
I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curls' statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
I've only got a single shot at this. I've gotta be more careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. I mean, pretty sure it's just the hat because it was found at the crime scene. But just in case, let's drop it and see. There we go.
Whew.
Whew. This wouldn't happen to be a silk hat you saw that night, would it? Oh, yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see!
Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Oh, Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found?
Must you always ask these questions? It was found as a crime scene. The crime scene. That means...
The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Oh, that's not true! Was it? Stenographer! Can I get a recap?
Order, 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 Mr. Curls.
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
What? Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me doesn't mean you belong there. No matter how old I get, always younger than you.
Oh. Oh. Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. Tell him the truth.
He's turned into a bratty little kid.
This man has progeny. It's pitiful, isn't it? Maya, make sure you don't become like this as an adult. He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there! He left the scene?
What's the matter, Nick?
There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Moe? What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? What? He went. What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
This witness's testimony is so full of holes. Miss Von Karma's protest is useless.
Well, you've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that all right with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away.
Uh-oh.
Huh. Well, that's what I expected you'd say. You sure? You sure that's how it happened? Are you sure, Moe? Are you sure that's how it happened, Moe? Say what?
I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
Shablam.
Shablamo. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints?
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there! Ay, 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 ay! So, Moe, how exactly did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the
Whoa.
court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in.
Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine. I'll tell you the truth this time.
Oh my god.
You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today.
That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear.
I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better.
Mr. Lawrence Curls,
Yes?
the testimony you've provided up until now has been false.
It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just...
It's just what?
It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this Miss Von Karma sucks!
Order! I will have order. Franziska von Karma, how could you? Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. Oh, what opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tells ya.
Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel.
Now it's time for our next segment, Moe No A's. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down, and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he, This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He jumped up and flew through the air! He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness! And that's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints.
I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the crime of a scene but to leave the scene of a crime by flying. There's no way that actually happened. You're right.
Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story.
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up.
Which means that he is telling the truth?
That's what I think.
Nick, wait. That means that Max actually used magic.
Yikes, you're right. Ow!
Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter.
Sincerely, what the fuck?
The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that. It would be quite amazing. But I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile! If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned.
Pop. December 29th, 2:33 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 5. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know.
They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared.
Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please, it's not that easy.
But it looks so effortless for you on stage.
It's not that simple, I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air.
Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic.
Everybody knows how this works. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. Oh, the Magicians Association is gonna come for me. God damn
They
it.
coming. Like the Illuminati, they come.
Sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed and never reveal the secret to their tricks.
Nick, what do we do now?
All we can do now is hope we can find the flying criminal in court tomorrow.
Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker.
To be continued. All right. And that is the end of this week's stream. Thanks for coming, everyone. Same time next week. More stream. Boo, 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 boo. Pew, 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 pew.
Now the Illumagic Chinati has to leave a horse's head in his bedroom.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you all next week. Bye.
Yeah, it was fun.